Yo, what's up guys? Alright, so for today's video, I want to take a little break from doing challenge events. We're going to go into a new stage they added to an Extreme Z area. It's been a while since we had a stage of one of these. So this is a special characters edition, which is typically referring to like April Fools and Halloween type of characters. So far we have 13 stages, we just got the new one. I already completed like almost all the runs. I even did the missions too, cleared it 7 times. I guess it was yesterday, I was just like going through just whatever, and I was like, wait, I should make a video on this. But I just have one run left to do in both difficulties, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get that done. This was the team I was using. I'll explain that in just a second, but as for the stage details, there's some things we need to look at here. So as far as like these right here, see the characters that need to be included in your team. So with stage 13, that's what we're going to be doing. You need to include both this Int Bulma and the Power Brothers. Right, and then characters that could take on this event. It's just this big list of bunch of characters. Some banner units, free to play, world tournament, stuff like that. So, alright, let's see. So, I guess, I mean, you can see the same list in this view as well, but just be sure to include the Int Bulma and the Power Brothers on there. But my idea for this team build is just to have a full Dragon Ball Seekers thing going on, and I do know that the friend unit, like with these type of stages, you're only forced to just use the special character that they provide. You can't use like any other like friends or your own or whatever like that. So you're kind of forced to do that, and they are not on Dragon Ball Seekers, this Oolong and Launch card. So that's one thing about this team, is that like the friend's not really going to be supported too much except for like their own leader skill. But the leader skill from Dragon Ball Seekers is just so high that like I just still think it'll work out pretty well. 177% attack and defense and HP. And then plus getting that extra 70% for all types. So at least everyone that's on my team should be really good. It's just, I mean, if we get the like what the special character there, then we'll just flip them off, I guess. But yeah, as for like the enemy info, it's really just the Power Brothers. They could be sealed, attack lowered, defense lowered. These stages usually are never too much to worry about. It's just in terms of challenge, like that's not a whole lot. So let's just go in like this, play through, because I just want to make a video based on like the strategy I like to use for this. You could probably go for an all types lead as well, but it'd be a much smaller leader skill for most of your characters. But yeah, as we see with down there, slots 1, 2, and 3, they're gonna be in turn 1. Yeah, they're all Dragon Ball Seekers. The Power Brothers are on Dragon Ball Seekers, so it's gonna be all good. I think we're gonna probably just use the yeah, the Pan GT there. I think she probably hits harder than the LR EZA. So we'll just go for this right here. Yeah, this isn't going to be all too difficult. And like this isn't, it's kind of funny. They're listed as challenge events, but they're not really much of a challenge. I mean, I guess it's just challenge in the form of like getting the necessary characters and all that stuff. But yeah, the easier difficulty, just one shots right there. So, but that should be it in terms of like how many runs I need to do here. I think I had gotten what is it, like, because you need 15 bronze and 40 silver, so I think I'd gotten like 42 silver before. Let's see, so yeah, I got that was the last run of that stage. Let's go ahead and just do the next difficulty, super. Probably shouldn't be too much different. It's just really all it is, just that the stats are a bit higher now. See the exact same details there, really. So let's just go back in, same team. Alright, no Kento-un. Yeah, they still have that here, but after a while you can just start doing auto. Because in the past, some of these stages would actually have like split paths, and they'd actually disable auto map, so you'd have to actually choose where to go. Alright, so I'd imagine that S-Tier Pam probably wouldn't insta-kill here this time around. We'll see. Maybe get close. We'll see. Does the GT Trio, do they have some crit? No, it doesn't seem like it. Oh wait. Yeah, they have no ally attacking the same turn with Dragon Ball Seekers or GT Heroes. High chance of forming a crit, but See, we have the friend there. They're not on Dragon Ball Seekers, so yeah, they don't have that crit chance. That's alright. We'll get by. Their stats are, I mean, for how low like these leader skills are, like it's whatever. We'll get by. All right, let's see what the Serapan's gonna be doing here again. In 100k, it is funny just to use these lower leader skills, but I do actually have fun. Kind of, well, not like the most fun in the whole game or anything, but it's just unique playing with these characters you typically wouldn't. So I kind of like it for that reason. Just all these free-to-play banner unit characters that like you just never get much use out of. At least they give them some sort of use here. Some people might be able to, like, some people might feel like it's a bit forced, like having, like, basically being forced into using them, but I don't know. I'm fine with it. Alright, so that should be 30 for gold and 30 for rainbow right there. So we got all the medals. And then, I already had the missions done. We're just, I have OCD, let's accept it over here. I don't know, I just like how this view looks, you know. There we go, we get one stone and a couple of those Zenny statues. And then let's go look at the Power Brothers. Yeah, there they are right here. Alright, and then we go to Awaken, and we're gonna do all Extreme Z Awakening in one go, just all steps all at once. Because before, I can't remember exactly when they introduced it. I think it might have been during the version Z update that they made it to where you could do easy in one go. I think it was around that time. But before that one update, you had to do each step individually, which is a pain because you had to keep going back, leveling up to max, and then put in the medals, level up to max. It was very annoying, but yeah, thankfully they fixed that. I am gonna... I didn't even think about it, but I'm gonna need to grind up an extra copy to get them the SA15. So what we'll do, I have this pulled up on Dokkan info, like their details here, so we'll look at that. And then just to show the stats of like what we're looking at here, I mean, just to take a quick glance at it, like, see if the stats even show up. Hello? Is the website going through something right now? Oh boy. No, I'm gonna just pause and be back. I don't know what's going on with the website right now. Okay, so I managed to get it to load here, but it just shows question marks. Are they having some sort of problem, like being able to read the details of the events lately? I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of database update to where they can't read the numbers as easy. I remember I tried checking like the new unlockable events with like Cell or whatever for that April Fools, and like I couldn't even check the stats of that stuff either. Besides like the damage reduction and stuff like that, but whatever. But regardless, it doesn't really matter. They're really low anyway. I mean, we saw just in that first difficulty, Pan just insta-kill. So anyway, let's just look at Dokkan info here to see what they're doing. I have not heard good things, but I'm gonna take my own look, see what I think of them. So of course, the leader skills, typically what happens during free-to-play Easy A's. Super attack effect. Rarely raise defense for 6 turns, cause supreme damage enemy, raise allies attack by 33% for 2 turns, self-excluded. So that is kind of cool. It's not too far off from Daima Goku's condition, like his attack support. It's a little bit less, but I mean, if they have additionals, then that'd be really cool. Let's see. So they get 1 key, 333% defense. I remember one thing about them. They were kind of like a little reminiscent of the Int Chilai banner unit. I like to show things. I don't want to just talk about it as if y'all know. I'm gonna just look up Chilai. Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of this card right here because she basically had like no attack for herself in her like kit whatsoever. See, like no attack in her super attack effect. And all semblance of attack in her passive skill, like this right here, this was all ally support that's self-excluded, so it didn't even go towards her. So it kind of seemed like there was a similar design here where it's just full defense and full support, which I can get down with. It's just they gotta make him good, that's the thing. So this extra support, self-excluded, they get no attack from that, that's fine. the character is the first or second to obtain key spheres in a turn. All allies 2 key, 25% attack. So they actually give that to themselves. It doesn't say self-excluded, so yeah, that's one thing there. They actually, I guess, I don't imagine they would be hitting hard regardless. And then when the character is the third to obtain key spheres in a turn, extra defense, and then extra defense and key support. Okay, so they definitely want to be run as a floater for sure. When there's a GT Heroes category enemy or an int type enemy, great chance of sealing all enemy supers. Okay. When another 2 or more physical type allies are on the team, interrupts the attack enemy for 5 turns from the character's entry turn. So that's it. They have like no guard, damage reduction, dodge, nothing like that. So that's one thing, is that like these stat numbers like aren't like super low or anything. It's more so just that like it's a free-to-play card that has really low stats. See, like, yeah, that's really low. I mean, summonable cards might even have like sometime like double over that, depends. But they got some gimmicks here that maybe could work for Ultimate Clash. So I know saying a unit is good for Ultimate Clash sounds like an insult, but you never know, maybe some people could struggle because like sometimes I have a little bit of a problem with Ultimate Clash, even still, even though I have like most characters in the game at this point. So for someone who hasn't been playing as long, maybe like a year or so, they might not have the ability to form like a full like super physical or extreme physical lineup or anything. So maybe they could fit in as like another character for an extreme physical team on Ultimate Clash, especially with these gimmicks of like sealing and attack interruption. So I mean, that's just where I see them most useful at. Plus, given support, I wish they were doing a little bit more, but it is what it is. I mean, they were a bit more impressive on release from what I remember. They came out, yeah, April Fools of 2022. That was pretty cool. I really enjoyed that time because they had like the Dokkan dance thing or whatever. It was great. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it. I'm just gonna go off on my own and farm my own copy to get them to SA15. I'll do that another time. So yeah, pretty quick video. It was very easy stage. Just wanted to show my strategy for it because I do think that it would probably be easy with an all types lead anyway. Let's just go back in just to see what other like leader skills are available for that. Just real quick. Yeah, stage 13. Oh, bro, I need stamina. Sure. I don't even want to go in, but let's just give us just a little bit more stamina just to go in. Or I could have just done the Z-Hard stage. Whatever. I don't care. I'm going to use the stamina regardless. So, yeah, let's just go here. See what type of, like, all types leaders there are. Boost all. Oh, they still have some decent ones. I mean, like 80%. That's a bit unique of a leader skill there, but yeah, there's that. 77, 80, 80, 70. This one is 40. That's not too high though. So yeah, they have some decent leader skills available here. And some other ones that like are specific typings, but I typically don't ever use those. But yeah, even without using like the Dragon Ball Seekers leader skill like I did, I think it'll still be fine. So alright, well, hope you all enjoyed this video. Next up, probably going to be getting back to doing challenge events, maybe Battle Horn Formidable Foes. Still have yet to do the Dragon Ball Super Edition, the first one. So, we'll see. I don't think there's anything coming out, like, because the recording of this video is taking place on the 2nd, so anything coming out on, like, the 3rd or something like that? Yeah, we still have to wait a while for the extra missions. I'm excited for those. Those will be fun. I always have fun with those. They have an easy. I typically don't make videos on Extreme Z battles unless it's like stage 999, but yeah. Maybe I could go over like strategies for it. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Dragon Ball Story. Okay, it's been a while since we got a Dragon Ball Story. Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, everything else we're just gonna be waiting on, so still have a lot to dig into when it comes to anniversary content for me. Look at this, still have like 2 red zones, Supreme Beneficent Battle, and Battle on Formidable Foes. Have a lot left to do from Anniversary, but I'm in no rush to do it. Gives me stuff to do whenever the game's like not as active. So anyway, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Y'all have an amazing, lovely day, and check the Baba Shop. Turtle.